Hey, what's going on, guys? It's G-Rad here. Welcome to the last part of my DMX tutorial. This will be basically the last bits and pieces to help you get your foot in the door and get you going on your way. In this video, we are going to use the chase that we programmed in the last video, and there's not going to be any programming involved in this video whatsoever. This is basically just manipulating lights and trick DMX addresses and stuff like that. If you want to know more about how we made this programmed light show, please see the previous videos, and that will get you covered from everything up to the point of knowing how to connect the lights to the controller and actually addressing the fixtures. Alright, now with that having been said, we're going to go ahead and get this little party started, and we're going to start this chase up. As you can see here, I got the chase acted. We are not in program mode, and you do not need to be in program mode to do this. Now, fixture grabbing will allow you to spotlight or solo out, so to speak, certain things. As you can see, my board here is being lit up dominantly by the third fixture on the chase scene. So if I grab the third fixture, as you can see, nothing will happen unless I touch the faders. But if I touch the faders, then yes, you will start maintaining control of the fixture, but each fader will not lock out the initial function unless you move it. See, I can dim out this light, and you can see that it's still in junction with the program that we have going on. And if I turn up the red fader, you will see that the red stays on, even though the other lights that come on come on behind it. Now, if you turn that out, if you turn the faders and move them to where the light recognizes that you have adjusted the faders, then yes, you will see that now the light just stays solid red, and I'm going to add the green and the blue to make it white. And as you can see now, my board is solid lit. However, the chase show is still going on. This allows you to do pretty much anything isolated from the initial program that you have going on. As you can see, I now it's going to be sound activated. But it's just, it's very different how it works. So, yeah. Alright, well, with that having been said, that's basically how you do simple light manipulation. But if you turn the fixture off, the light will go straight back into its performance. Now, here's something you can do, and I already connected a fixture for this. I have my little guy over here, the Part 38 can, and it is assigned to fixture 12 because that's how I originally have it in my program. And what this will do is, let me go ahead and turn it on so I can reset the faders. What this will actually do is it allow you to individually spotlight things with isolated fixtures. So, for example, if I was to take the red, green, and blue faders and turn them all the way up, of course the master brightness fader is not turned up on this light, so you're not going to get anything until I start to bring it in. Now you can see that over there I have the drums lit up with this little spotlight right here on my bed that I actually just kind of got over there and as you can see, it's isolated from the chase, and this light was not programmed into the chase. That's why it's not affected whenever you turn it on or turn it off. And of course you can make it strobe, you can make it do whatever you want it to do. Meanwhile, that show is still going on up there. Now, this is good if you have lights open on your fixture that you want to simply manipulate during a light show. However, for those of us like myself who do not have this option, there is the whole entire other side of your controller, which is the B page. And now when you go to the B page, you can turn on all your fixtures and nothing's going to happen to them because they're not being altered by the DMX addresses they are assigned to, unless you have more than 8 addresses, in my case, on each fixture you're using. As you can see, the fixtures are on. Now they're off. Now, this allows you to be able to manipulate lights outside of your show. Again, so long as you do not have lights that use more than 8 channels of DMX. None of my lights do, so I have the advantage of being able to do this. Now, what I want to do is I want to come over here and I'm going to readdress this fixture with the dip switches on the back here to operate on the B side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip this dip switch up. Hopefully I did. I'm not going to be able to know until I actually try to mess with it. So let's turn on fixture 12. As you can see, I am on the A page. Now I'm on the B page. Now I should be able to start seeing light come up whenever I turn up the master fader. Now that see, there it goes. See, now I have the B page open and it's not affecting anything. And if this was a regular light on the fixture, it will not mess with it. However, if you do not switch back over to your A page before, or switch over to your B page before you turn on the fixture, it will accidentally mess with the light show. Again, this is only if you need it to control lights that are not in your program. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you an example of that. I'm going to basically readdress this entire fixture to operate only on channel 9, which will basically be dip switch for channel 8 and 1. Now I should know if I did this, because if I go to dip switch 1, see, that's going to operate to the same frequency as the first channel on my DMX board, and it does, because the first 4 channels of each of my fixtures are all the same: master, red, green, and blue. So I want to try to secretly turn on dip switch 8. Hopefully I did. So now this is addressed to to channel 9, which on my board, if I mess with this light, it's gonna just work on operational fixture 1. It's just gonna work on the first channel. Now if I turn that light off, I switch to the B side, turn this fixture on, turn up the red, green, and blue, and bring on the white, you will see that I actually now am controlling this fixture from fixture 1 on page B, which is channel 9, and I'm actually able to control it without it affecting fixture 1 that is assigned to channel 1 up here on the truss. Now I can turn it off. I'm back in business. I can swing over here. I can grab this fixture again. I have to turn it on first. And there I go. I have this fixture. Now here's something else you can do. You can turn that fixture on. I'm going to have it slowly strobe just so you can kind of see what is going on in the background. You can switch to your B side. That fixture will stay left alone. And now we're going to bring this one in. And now you can see both fixtures are doing something very different. They're on the same fixture, however, isolated channels. And if you turn them off, that light will go straight back into the sequence, and this one will shut off. This is a really good feature, again, if you have more fixtures than you do actual fixture inputs, unless you want to do some team grouping, which I eventually will end up doing. However, I have enough in my fixture board, in my fixture boards and banks and whatnot, that each fixture I have is individually controlled. I do not have any additional fixtures at this time. However, if I do, I will either start grouping them up in teams, or I will do the B-side hack that I like to call it anyways. And this is actually nothing out of the ordinary for a lot of DMX users. The main reason it works like this is because literally however many channels versus fixtures you have is exactly how many physical channels your DMX board operates on. It is not necessarily a group assignment like a thing. It is actually direct channeling, which means you can actually offset your light fixtures to the wrong channel. And I will give you an example of that. I'm going to add another 4 channels to this fixture with the dip switch. And you got to be very careful with this, because this can actually cause DMX address issues. if you're trying to address a fixture and you have it set up wrong and you're wondering why, make sure that you do not have the wrong address attached to your fixture. See, right now, as you can see, I'm on the B side. I got fixture 1 in control. However, it is not functioning. That is because if I turn up the next 4 fixtures, it will start to function. And that is because now that I have moved over the DMX channels by 4, I am actually now controlling fixture 1 with faders 13, 14, 15, and 16. So keep this in mind for those of you who have too many fixtures again, or if you're having DMX address issues and you're trying to figure out what's going on. Just make sure that you have your fixtures addressed properly and in the right spots. Otherwise, you will run into conflicts like this, and this could cause you to get a little frustrated. So this is really good troubleshooting, and that would be one of the first things to do for your troubleshooting if the wires have already been connected and you know they work. Alright guys, well this basically will conclude my DMX tutorial videos, and I'm glad you guys decided to join me on this little disastrous adventure. And I hope you guys had a good time as well as I did. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below in whatever video you may need. I will probably do a final overview video of this. And if that having been said, I am out of this mess, and I will holler at you guys soon. Take care. Peace out.